Step back three. Vintage Tyler Harvey. Harvey.
Oh, wow. That's a big three.
19 points now for Harvey. Bang! It's all happening now. And then the pass was ambitious. Hickey saw it coming.
Oh!
Davo Hickey took it all the way up. And Jordan Hunter went with him. 2-possession game for the Phoenix. Foxwell. It counts.
Oh, my.
Just under 11 seconds. Great D from Blanchfield. And a turnover. Will Hickey can take it coast to coast. And it's game, set, match. Illawarra.
Now the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix will be looking to make their move through the middle part of this season and continue the momentum they were building prior to the FIBA break. But their opponents, the Illawarra Hawks, well, they are looking every bit a championship contender, particularly after the demolition job of New Zealand only a few days ago, as we see young Noah Tazinski, our game time by Kmart Bulky, delivering today's game ball. And a big thanks, of course, to Kmart for their incredible support of the NBL and Game Time Schools program. As we say a big hello and welcome as round 10 of the Hungry Jacks NBL continues to the sharpest minds with me tonight, Liam Santamaria and Leonard Copeland. And Liam, as we take a look at the Mitsubishi Motors ladder, we know how well the Hawks are going. Southeast Melbourne got some momentum and they don't have a lot of room to move already with 8 losses on the season.
Evening, Joey. Looking forward to this one. Illawarra, yeah, they're flying. They've won 2 in a row. Looked great the other night. For the Phoenix, they don't have a lot of wriggle room, as you say. Important game on their home floor.
They don't have a lot of wriggle room, but they did basically have a full roster to train with over the last 2 weeks to continue to work on the system under coach Josh King, and he caught up with our own Kelsey Brown a short time ago.
Full roster at home for the FIBA break. What did you get done, and what did that look like for Phoenix in this FIBA break?
Yeah, not trying to overdo it too much, just trying to get the guys to brush up on some things that we hadn't had so much time to work on previously, but we're going to stick to kind of how we've been playing.
Since you've come in, you've become the second best rated defensive team in the league. How does that feel for you, and what are the things that you're looking to implement even more on that defensive end? Yeah,
that's always going to be my philosophy as a coach, is to try to get our teams to play the best defense possible, and there's always room for improvement. You said we're second, we would like to be first.
Leonard, how valuable would it have been for Josh King to have had almost a little mini pre-season, 2 weeks with his squad to just continue to refine their system?
Well, you have to feel good about himself. He's come in and he's implemented his plan. His identity is defense, and these guys are playing good defense. That's exactly what Southeast Melbourne has needed for the last 3 or 4 years.
Well, there's no such concerns for the Illawarra coach, Justin Tatum. Half his squad were on international duties, but no problems. They are humming at the moment. As we touched on, Liam, a massive win against the Breakers on Thursday night.
Absolutely, and look, let me tell you something. I heard an interview with Frawling, and Frawling said, we just want to go out and play for JT. That's half the battle. When you have your team playing hard for the coach, then you're going to have a good season.
And a player that had a breakout, another young Australian up-and-comer. He was terrific. He went to Boomers' squad, came back, and he looks like he's got some more confidence. Lockie Olbrich.
He was absolutely flying on Thursday. What a terrific performance that was. 21 points in 13 minutes, putting his entire skill set on display. Now, he fed off some that his teammates set up, but he did a bit of creating of his own coke, including in transition, where he got on the highlight reel. So he had some fun. He scored around the bucket. He scored from long range. Hopefully, for his case, they can keep that rolling today.
Also part of the commentary team tonight, we welcome in Kelsey Brown. And Kelsey, you want to keep a close eye on Derek Walton Jr. tonight?
I do. Great news for Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. He'll be back in the starting lineup. He had that nasty hamstring injury that kept him out for about 5 games. But since then, he has come off the bench. I spoke to Josh King pre-game, and he said that Derek Walton Jr. will be starting, and that as much as it was about assimilating him back into the starting lineup, it was also about giving Angus Glover the go-ahead because it was working. We know that Derek Walton Jr. is a very handy player when he gets going, so let's see if he's in for a big one tonight.
Certainly didn't play the last time these two teams met back in round 6, and as we said, just the 7.5 points in the last 2 games. But certainly, Liam, for Josh King, if they are to beat the Illawarra Hawks, what's going to be the keys?
Well, you got to slow them down. The Hawks love to push the pace and run the floor. You got to run them off the arc. Last time they lost to the Hawks, Tyler Harvey went 6 of 8 from long range, and you've got to establish your big fella early and often inside the paint.
And Leonard, what would be on Justin Tatum's whiteboard?
Geez, man, we must be working together here, because exactly what I just said. He needs to push the ball. The pace needs to be fast for them. They need to utilize their size with Frawling swing and over it inside, and they have to run hurt off that three-point line. Don't let them get going.
We'll take a look at the starting fives, as Kelsey Brown just told us. Derek Walton Jr. back into the starting lineup. Angus Glover will come off the bench. And for the Illawarra Hawks, Mason Peatling will retain his spot in the starting lineup. Darius Days will come off the bench. Well, let's get this one underway. Good energy in the building here at John Cain Arena. Illawarra Hawks, they are flying at the moment. And South East Melbourne are going to look to try and continue to climb the ladder and get themselves back into contention as this season goes on. And it'll be the Hawks with first possession. And this man, Trey Cal, been one of the recruits of the year. He has been sensational. Peatling, as we mentioned, had real influence in that first quarter. Foul straight away, trying to get down to Froling.
There are some key matchups on the floor, Liam.
Well, that one on the interior, Copes, is a big one. Geordie Hunter on Sam Froling. They're not super deep at the 5 to Phoenix, and that's an early foul on Hunter.
Again, they want to go in low to their man Froling. There'll be the Phoenix. It'll be Sobey. One of his better games of the season in their loss to the Perth Wildcats series. Derek Walton Jr. like to get going early. Sobey. Too strong on that one. There's Peatling. So had some big moments, a couple of block shots and some big rebounds in that first quarter. They led by 20 at quarter time against the Breakers. It was basically all over from there. And they turn this one over. Walton Jr. He's also a bit long on that. Now Malik Lewis will be patient. He'll take his time. He'll kick it out to Hunter and get it back. He likes the matchup. He wants to go at Cal. Good defense from Trey Cal, who shakes his head. And then Froling this time is aggressive. And we get the first points of the night.
That's the kind of defensive transition we were talking about in the pre-game. The Hawks just want to put pressure on the rim early, and an early tech foul here on Josh King. He thought Lewis was fouled on this post-up, and the yaps cost him a tee.
I don't blame him. I thought Lewis was pushed a little bit excessively on that one, but that's a quick tee.
Not a lot of leeway for the young coach.
None whatsoever.
Maybe a few more of the experienced coaches might get a little bit of a longer rope.
Come back to you, but I can't right this second.
Josh King asking one of the other referees what it was for. He's quite bemused.
We're 19 on the shot here, 19. Hey, that must have been... Okay, here we go. I just said I want the same call. I want the same call.
Here's Walton Jr. Hurt. He's been sensational all season. Great defense from Tyler Harvey. Shot clock kicking down inside 5. Walton Jr. tried to create.
That is a fantastic defensive possession right there. Everyone's on the same page. They're talking on D. They're switching. They're staying down on shots.
This will almost have to be a quick tip. There's only 0.3 on the shot.
Oh, wow.
And I'm giving too much credit.
They're going to say that won't count. He had the ball in his hands for too long.
He was wide open, though, wasn't he?
He was wide open, but 0.3, not enough time for that catch and shoot. And you're right, the previous possession there, Copes, doing exactly what you told the Hawks to do pre-game. Run Matt Hurd off the arc.
Absolutely.
Got a smaller defender on him. They make him put it on the floor. The Phoenix have come up empty thus far.
As you said, these two teams, they met in round 6 here at John Cain Arena. It was the Hawks with a 6-point win on that occasion. It was Tyler Harvey that did the damage, 6 of 8 from long range. They have another turnover. That's their second already, the Hawks. And now Sobey to the mid-range. He's a bit strong in that for the second time.
They get nothing at the hoop. South East Melbourne in this early first couple of minutes. All jump shots for Sobey and Walton so far.
And it's their first 4 field goals as Tyler Harvey looks to be aggressive and Walton picks up the foul.
Block 11, pushing it back. 2 shots.
It's expected for them to be a little bit rusty, though. They haven't played against anybody. They've been playing against each other for the last 10 days. So, and the Hawks have had their game earlier in the week, and they're ready to go.
Don't want to give him the commentator's curse, but he's yet to miss a free throw this season. Tyler Harvey.
You're playing with it too much.
I've gone with it early. That's 16 of 16 on the year.
No, he's been absolutely terrific on the year. Tyler Harvey, top 10 in scoring, 17 points per game. 46% from three. Wow. On a really high volume, so super efficient this year for the Hawks.
Career low field goal attempts for Tyler Harvey, but career highs in efficiency.
That's exactly right. I was going to say that.
Sobey again. Can't get it to fall. So they're under pressure early here. We saw what they did to the Breakers. Cal in transition. They are continuing on where they left off.
Well,
8-tip early.
Off the Sobey miss. It's 5-on-3. Yes. The Hawks in transition, and they could have gone to any number of options on the hop.
Where does their first bucket come from? Hunter decides to go alone and take on Froling. And finally, they're on the board. And they can now settle into it. A little bit rusty after their 14-day break. And again, another foul.
Is that 2 on Walton?
Here's that push in transition on the Amy replay. Everybody running lanes. Trey Kell wide open on the arc, and you're right, that's Walton Jr.'s second foul. He comes out, Angus Glover comes in.
Or did they put that one on Sobey? I thought they called that second one on Sobey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they gave it to Sobey.
Yeah, they gave it to Sobey.
Okay. So 1 each to Hunter, Sobey and Walton Jr. in the early going.
How important's Trey Kell been to the side this year?
He's been amazing. I mean, he settles them down. And you spoke about Harvey not taking a lot of shots. Well, you don't have to when you got Trey Kells doing his thing and you got all these other guys chipping in. They beat New Zealand with 5 or 6 guys in double figures.
Here's Sobey again, trying his luck. This time comes up short. So he's missed his first 4 field goal attempts. He's coming off one of his more efficient shooting nights against Perth, 43%. Just struggling early as the handoff. Oh, Froling, that's going to be an offensive foul. He got the forearm up, and Hunter was a little bit shaken up.
Here you get another look at it. The drop-off from Cal. That right elbow of Froling connects with Hunter on his way up. That's an easy whistle for the official. Meanwhile, down the other end, the Hawks doing a great job of taking Hunter away as the roll man.
Here's Glover, who has been able to score. Swatted away by Froling. And again, they're off and running in transition. Cal already knocked one down. Make it 2. And Josh King's seen enough. He calls an early Tangerine timeout.
What a start for the Hawks. 13-2 out of the gate. And it starts at the defensive end. Froling has been terrific in those pick and roll coverages. And then they're off to the races. Early drag screen. Trey Kell open on the arc.
Wow. Well, we spoke about them continuing their form of Thursday night where they demolished the New Zealand Breakers, and pre-game Kelsey Brown caught up with Justin Tatum to talk about that win.
Justin, huge win off the FIBA break. What did you like most about that performance, and what do you put that performance down to?
I like our physicality. I like how our guys came and was determined to make sure make everything difficult on New Zealand. I think it was just great work over the break. Guys coming back from their national team playing there and brought that intensity back to practice. So our physicality was one of the things I took from it.
On to your opponents tonight, Southeast Melbourne. They're the second best defensive rated team since Josh King. What have you seen from what he's implemented?
Oh, man, the intensity. Like, they get after it. Made basket, missed basket. He wants them up. Denying guards when they need to. Boxing out. They're very physical. I love it. That's my type of style of play. So I'm excited to see how we match up against it.
They are full of confidence, as we said. Illawarra Hawks, Justin Tatum. They just seem to have a really special thing going with this group. Every time you hear them talk, they feel connected with the community, the coach, and
they hang out off the court, which makes a massive difference. If you're friends off the court, then it shows on the court.
As in after hours? Or,
Hey, Liam, I would know, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I would know.
Okay.
I know we did, though. I'm just saying, back in the day we did.
Hey, the Phoenix bringing a little change, bringing Joe Wieskamp in. DMP CD did not see the floor as Hurt steps back, can't hit. When the Phoenix played their last game in Perth, but he's getting some first quarter minutes back in the rotation tonight.
Well, Kelsey Brown, you're listening into the Southeast Melbourne Huddle.
Yeah, he was pretty unhappy, Josh King. He said for them, he wanted to focus on getting a little bit more uncomfortable for Illawarra on the offensive end. He said it's not what we've looked to do defensively. We need to execute far better.
There's Glover. He draws the foul.
And a bit of a focus as well for the Phoenix coming out of that huddle, attacking the paint. Sobey turning the corner, Glover turning the corner. The Hawks have been packing the inside, forcing them to shoot from long range. Phoenix trying to get a little more aggressive.
Angus Glover started the previous 5 games before going back to the bench tonight. In those 5 games, he was averaging 15 points at 60% from the field. South East Melbourne went 3-2 in his 5 games has started, but they've given it back to Derek Walton.
You know, I'd love to see them run early plays for Sobey. Yes, he's had 4 or 5 shots, but it just seems like it didn't come out of the offense. Post him up or run a back door or get him an easy basket, get him to the free throw line so he's not struggling early.
Meanwhile, we'll talk about those rotations. Darius Days, as you mentioned earlier, out of the starting lineup, Mason Peeling in this weekend. They're trying to keep Days out of that early foul trouble. They're one of the league leaders in steals, but he does reach in from time to time as Froling can't hit at the cup. But he's checked in now, Darius Days.
There's Foxwell with his leg speed, aggressive straight away. That was a good substitution from Josh King.
That's a great substitution because he will push the ball. He's not afraid to shoot it. He's very aggressive on the offensive end.
Now he's aggressive on the defensive end as well. But he might have to be because Drake Hell's feeling confident. Just puts his hand up and says maybe it wasn't the right shot on that occasion. But again, Foxwell just creating something.
There's that push of the ball. Again, putting some heat on the rim and a second foul on Sam Froling. So that's a little mini win. There's the first one, attacking, scoring at the cup. Then he draws the foul. Froling out now. Olbrich comes in.
Here's Foxwell. Got 4 of their bench on the floor at the moment as he goes again to that same play. And Vodanovic going to be called for a foul.
Black 15. Elbow.
Heard the call. An elbow under the basket. Just take a look here at the replay. Yeah, just swung back the right elbow on Tyler Harvey's chin. Forearm. There's been a bit of talk about players exaggerating contact. It's always going to happen, isn't it?
Does that happen in footy?
Yeah, happens in everywhere. As Harvey turns it over, good defense from Hurt, and now they turn defense into offense. And now it's Justin Tatum that wants to call a Tangerine timeout. Good little mini fight back from the South East Melbourne Phoenix.
Really good response from South East Melbourne. The stop, the push of the ball. Oh, and Foxwell's giving him a real spark. And Wieskamp gets out ahead for an easy bucket.
So a little 6-0 run by South East Melbourne, and the summer shootout, of course, is here. Just make sure you choose the club that will score the highest points in their summer shootout game. Just correctly predict their score for your chance to win $100,000. All you have to do is enter via the QR code or nbl.com.au/shootout. And there you go. Make sure you enter. Ooh, chance at 100,000.
Can we enter? Can I enter?
Yeah.
You can't enter.
Why not?
Copes. 100. Large, though. Not too bad. I tell you what, though. You want to... If this had been around back in the day,
oh, Lord,
you guys would have been chosen by every single team in the league. To run some scores up against the Tigers.
Don't you worry about that now.
We also have our Pump by Reebok influencers, Phoebe Shakar and Jay Chang. Between them, just 250,000 TikTok followers and 70,000 Instagram followers. They're enjoying the basketball tonight, as are a healthy crowd here on a Saturday afternoon. Ordinary day in Melbourne outside. The fans have come. We're expecting a strong showing from South East Melbourne.
Illawarra put Hickey and Lee in. These guys generate offense.
So many weapons you can go to. Justin Tatum. Really need much from Davo Hickey or Young Jung Lee the other night. The damage was done from their starters early. Harvey cross court to Days. Thought about it. Now the shot clock's ticking down, so it's going to be up to Hickey to let it fly. Phoenix ball.
Well, the defensive intensity has increased for Phoenix. Lewis comes in now for Hurt, so this is a small lineup. No Hunter, no Hurt. Bogdanovic at the 5, Lewis at the 4.
Let's get back to Kelsey Brown, courtside.
Yeah, I listened into Tatum. All he basically said was get the ball moving offensively. But I want to talk about, as the Foxwell goes for 3. Yeah, he wanted to talk about Darius Days. He wanted to get him in a little bit later. He said they'd been thinking about it for a little bit of time. They wanted to make sure that he could see the game before he got injected into it, and I reckon that's going to work better for him.
I think we were in active shooting. I got a push on about 6 inches also. I had hit it, ball back. Okay. Was it 2-pointer? Is that correct? It was 3. So the refs are just reflected. If we check 2 or 3 on that pass,
deciding what will happen. The points will count. They're just now going to decide whether it's a 2 or 3.
So fouls on Will Hickey back there, manhandling Angus Glover. And they're saying, well, at the time of the foul, Owen Foxwell was in his shooting motion. So his 3-point hit counts, and the Phoenix will take it out of bounds.
Wow. That's an expensive play.
This could be a big possession for South East Melbourne. They've gone on a 9-0 run.
Oh!
As Lewis gets upstairs.
We asked the big fella to give us a dunk.
And he's been in good form. And he ties the scores at 13 apiece. And they're going to look to take the lead. Foxwell has brought plenty off the bench. Bogdanovic finishes with contact.
Wow, what a turnaround. 13 straight points here from the Phoenix.
It's over to the Hawks as now Ulrich and Foxwell collide. Foxwell came off second best and will be called for the foul.
Here's the fine from Foxwell to Malik Lewis. You said it to him pre-game. He said, hey, Malik, impress me.
Show me something, bro.
Give me something. So an early throwdown for the next start. That timeout from Josh King earlier came at 13-2 down. What a response since then. A 13-0 run for the home team.
What jersey? It's Ulrich who puts an end to that. He said off the top, coming off his best performance in his 43 NBL games. 21 points he had in 13 minutes. At nearly 90% from the field. And the refs just letting the boys know he pointed the wrong way. It will be South East Melbourne ball.
And the South East Melbourne's bench that have come in and given them a hand, man. I mean, giving them that spark.
That's Foxwell leading the way with 5 points. Not on that occasion. Now the Hawks just need to settle and get their offense going. The best offense in the league. Lee looking to attack, and he gets the finish with the left hand.
He's so long, you know.
This is where I think he's improved this season, Hwang Jung Lee. We know he can shoot the ball, but a hard closeout from Glover. And now he has a greater ability to put it on the deck, attack those hard closeouts, and create something at the rim.
Another one who has exceptional form from the free throw line. 21 of 22 on the season.
You're trying to get somebody, aren't you? You want to get somebody today, I can tell.
I'll back me up.
Ah, there you go.
There's his second miss of the season.
Thanks to you, Lee.
It was going to happen. Now Glover from a long way out.
Oh. You know, I love the way Albrecht runs the floor. He's a big man, but he can handle the ball. They kick it to him. Most teams won't kick it to their 5-man coming down the floor, but they give it to him. He makes the decisions, man. I love that.
And he's confident at the moment, too. Lockie Albrecht, that's his 3rd point. And they're back in front. They lead by 3. Glover lost the handle, but the ref thought that there was a hand in there. Foul on Lockie Albrecht.
Okay, seemed like a soft whistle from our angle. The Phoenix doing a much better job attacking the cup since Foxwell and Glover came into the game. Did he reach in? Yeah, okay, just dropped that left arm as Glover got into his shooting motion. Sobey's going to come back in. It was a rough start for the Phoenix. But that Sobey and Walton Jr. backcourt. Sobey comes back in for Glover. Now, he's 0 for 4 from the field. Good minutes from Angus Glover off the bench.
Game against Cairns, he had his 22 points, a career high for Angus Glover, so he's good form. He's going to play an important role off the bench. Here's Lee again. They get it down to Days. He used his big frame, couldn't finish, but Peatling's there to clean it up.
And that's two big bodies in there banging.
Wieskamp, he's struggled a little bit from beyond the arc. 22% in fact. Worse in the league is Hickey.
Oh, wow.
A little bit of an acrobatic play. We'll have a chance to finish it off.
And this is the push of the ball we talked about with the Hawks. They are relentless. So Hickey, he's getting downhill. Justin Tatum wants him to attack. Ask questions of the defense in the first 8 seconds of the shot clock. So he gets the step on Wieskamp and then creative with the finish.
As we said, this is a team, Illawarra Hawks, #1 in league, points for 97 a game, #1 points in the paint, #1 field goal percentage, best offensive rating. They've been hard to stop.
A little trapping press.
Here's Sobey. There's an acrobatic play at the other end, and he gets that one to go and his first points of the night. Back to 4. Good start to this one. High quality basketball. Cal. Peatling decided to kick it out, and Lee decided to not take the 3-point attempt, instead made it more difficult for himself. And the Phoenix and Foxwell are off and running. That's a good find for Hunter.
That's a great pass.
Easy to go unnoticed, but a great little tip from Sobey down the other end. Wasn't going to be able to grab it himself, but sparks the push of the ball by tipping it to Foxwell. They end up with Hunter at the stripe.
Geordie Hunter averaging the 10.7 boards a game. He started so strong this season, but only once in his last 7 games he hit double digits, points-wise.
His big form coach, Jordan Hunter. I mean, those games when they find him, that's why we spoke about it in the pre-game, and, he can be a force around the rim. Phoenix become, they start to scratch the surface of the potential that they can have.
Absolutely. I just think they need a substitute for him, though. I mean, right now most teams are attacking him, and when he picks up that second foul, they have to then become a smaller team, and that's when teams can take advantage of him.
Inside the final minute of this entertaining first quarter, as Days just tries to barge his way through. Sobey thinks it's a charge. He wants it looked at.
Speaking of bowling balls,
Jeez,
there's bowling pins on the side over there.
Was he in the charge circle?
He's moving, no, he's moving.
He slides across, Sobey.
Nah, he's backing up.
Oh boy, you can't back up.
Hard not to flinch, man. That's coming downhill.
Now, bro, if you're going to take that charge, you got to take it all, son.
Did Leonard take charges?
Never. Lee, listen to me. I played for 17 seasons.
How many charges?
0. Not one. That's not my game. Are you kidding me? I'm not kidding. Not one.
I like your honesty. It's that one to fall. Back out to a 4-point lead.
They've done a good job getting to the free throw line, the Hawks in this quarter. That relentless attack on the rim. 9 from 11 from the stripe.
Oh, Sobey was trying to thread the needle. Probably wasn't the right option.
Nah, tough pass.
And now Days had his feet set. He's got his confidence and swagger back.
That's expensive. That's an expensive pass.
5 points for Darius Days off the bench. Couple of rebounds.
Oh.
3-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Sobey backs it out. Can't get it to fall. Peeling in transition. Got the step on Sobey. Oh! Finish and the foul.
Goodness me.
And that's a minute Nathan Sobey might like back.
Jeez.
Wow.
Great kick ahead pass from Wang Jung Lee, but man, a rough last couple of possessions for Sobey. Falls down unnecessarily, trying to draw a whistle, so he's late in defensive transition, and Peetling's up ahead of the pack.
And they're coming to get him. Just really expensive.
All of a sudden, after all the hard work the Phoenix did to get themselves in front in the first quarter, they trailed by 10. It's going to be Hunter in the half court. And that is what the Illawarra Hawks can do to you in a heartbeat. They break it open, and at quarter time at John Cain Arena, it's the Hawks leading the Phoenix by 10 points. Frenetic start to this game. Illawarra jumped out to a 13-2 lead, and then Southeast Melbourne went on a 13-zip run to lead by 2. The late flurry by the Hawks sees them lead this one by 10 points at quarter time. Leonard Copeland, Liam Santamaria, what did the numbers tell us from that first quarter?
Well, the Hawks, 11 fast break points and then 10 of 12 from the free throw line. So a great balance of pushing the ball and getting to the rim. And for the Phoenix, 1 of 9 from long range as Walton Jr. rises up. That's now 1 of 10 from three-point territory. They're ice cold from long range.
They are. And I said this, you're going to be a little bit rusty because you haven't played at this level. You've been playing against teammates. Oh.
As Days gets the offensive rebound and the foul and a chance to finish off with a three-point play.
Well, that's got to be frustrating for Southeast Melbourne coach King, because sure, you might be rusty, but how much do you want it? Do you want the rock? 2 offensive rebounds there, 1 off the floor that Wang Jung Lee collects. You got to, on your home floor, have a greater sense of urgency to gain possession of the ball.
Kelsey Brown, you're listening into the Southeast Melbourne during that quarter-time break?
You're exactly right, Liam. He said we're slow, we've got no energy, let's get some pace and energy about us. He said giving up 31 points in a quarter, not good enough defensively. He said the main thing here is to get some stops so they can get some pace.
And you see what the Hawks are doing. They're slowing these guys down. So when they get across half court, there's not a lot of time to get a play in.
Matt Hurt, uncharacteristically way off. He's yet to score. The leading scorer, in fact, top 5 in the competition is Matt Hurt. And Walton Jr. struggling as well. So they've just lost their way at the offensive end. The Phoenix. They have to get some stops. Froling just drops that shoulder and gets to work. Nice finish with the right hand.
Well, that shows the difference in the game right there. Down the one end, the Hawks doing such a great job defensively, forcing contested long-range attempts, and down the other end, getting right to the cup.
There's the combination. Walton Jr. and Hunter. I should say, Sobic did get a warning from the refs in that quarter-time break. He wasn't happy with the treatment that he thought he got.
With 3 fouls, Liam, do you bring him back in this half?
Oh, I don't think you do, and probably not just a result of the fouls, Coach.
That's right.
Froling, who was left alone at the three-point line, hasn't taken a three-point attempt this year. Sam Froling, which is amazing because last year he went 5 of 6 from long range. Sam Froling doesn't want to take a three-pointer as Glover is able to get himself to the bucket.
And you look at the Hawks on the floor right now, but then you look at the guys getting ready to come in. 3 of the 5 starters are coming in, and these guys are still playing better than the Phoenix.
Here's Cal, the leading scorer on the floor, and he's the first player in the double digits.
They're getting whatever they want, man. And that's the difference.
And Cal's doing it with ease, isn't he? 3 of 4 from the field. He's knocked a couple down from three-point territory, a couple of dimes along the way. He's in a nice groove right now.
Basically averaging almost 17, 4 and 4 a game. There's Kenyon, get him some minutes. He can't get it to fall, and Hurt finally gets his first bucket of the evening. Hickey turns it over, and they're away and running here. Glover again. He's got 8.
5 on, 5 off.
We've got 5 Hawks.
What is this, under 16?
Waiting at the score bench.
Under 12?
Ready to check in.
And when you have that kind of confidence, it probably works for you.
Cal waved away Days. Steps back from way out. Just missed. That was halfway down. And then Hickey picked the pocket. Good hustle from Walton Jr. And Glover, who's had the hot hand the last few minutes. And their woes continue. That's now 1 of 14 from long range. Walton Jr. wanted the foul. Hurt. Can he break it? He can. And Justin Tatum wants a timeout. And just like we saw in the first quarter, the Phoenix go on a run, and they get it back to 6 when they trailed by 15 only a couple of minutes ago.
What's going on here, Liam? I don't understand it.
Well, he might have wanted that timeout because he had 5 guys ready to check into the game. He said, you know what, let me get a sub in, but a much-needed three-point make from the Phoenix just to settle the home team's nerves.
Well, let's go in and take a listen to Josh King in this timeout.
Double wide. You're playing the 3 right now. Let's put Foxy here. Actually, Joe, you stay here. Okay, hey. Double wide, 4-5 here. Come on, Foxy. Dive, okay? Keep it D-Wall. Wide here for Joe, okay? Maddie's the 5. Double wide. If they chase hard, curl, we can pop it back. All right, see what we got here.
Hey, good fucking hustle,
hey guys, we have 2 fouls to give. Pick up here, be aggressive.
Am I diving straight away once I come off it, or wait until Maddie comes into it?
Well, getting his squad organised at the offensive end. Sounded like maybe a pick and pop opportunity for Matt Hurt. After he just knocked that one down, trying to go back at him, and then imploring his team to be aggressive at the defensive end.
They've been doing a pretty good job this year at the defensive end. South East Melbourne, 4th for defensive rating, 3rd for points against, and 2nd best at restricting the opposition's field goal percentage. Defensively, still a work in progress. They've been able to fight their way back into this contest. Good game of basketball here, the first of a doubleheader to follow this one, the Adelaide 36ers and the Tassie Jack Jumpers. Todd Blanchfield getting some early minutes, the veteran, and that's what he's been doing his whole life.
scout breakdown there from the Phoenix. Wieskamp getting caught up underneath that handoff from Ulbrich. Blanchfield open on the arc.
Kelsey Brown, you're listening in to Justin Tatum in that timeout?
I was. He was quite funny. He said, I'm having to call timeouts because we're making mistakes, not because they're beating us. He said, if you're not going to do the right thing, you can sit.
Well, there is another mistake from the Hawks. As Tatum just told his group.
I love the way they push the ball, though. They get it down the floor, give you an opportunity, have a look. Don't necessarily have to shoot it, but you get it down the floor. And if there's something there, you take it.
Matt Hurt got 7 points all of a sudden after going scoreless in that first quarter. As we said, fourth in the league, almost 20 points a game at 50%. There's now Ulbrich. Can't get the form, but Peatling again was there, but he missed the bunny. And this time it's Ulbrich who cleans up Peatling's mess.
Right. That's size. That's your size there, Liam.
Yeah, and effort. Mason Peatling doing his work early to get front position for an offensive rebound. Yeah, he missed the bunny, but getting extra possessions for his team.
Good kick out from Foxwell to Lewis. 2 of 16 now. Now one of the poorer three-point shooting teams in the league. Southeast Melbourne. Swaka the Bullet, who was red hot in the first quarter against New Zealand Thursday night. He had 13 points in the opening quarter. He finished with 13. Foxwell, he's going to try his luck.
Ooh. You know, when you're 2 of 16 as a team from three-point territory, I think you can get a better look than that.
Every time.
You know, it's early in the shot clock. You're ice cold as a group from three-point territory. Work it around, go inside, get something happening towards the cup. They haven't been to the free throw line so far this quarter.
And you don't want to discourage guys from taking that open shot, but because it's so early in the offense, move that thing around, make Illawarra play defense from side to side, and you might get a better look.
17 of their 36 shot attempts have been three-pointers. They get themselves some easy buckets. Well, maybe it's Hunter who says, no one else can knock it down. Why don't I do it as skipper? Then he gets it to fall finally, and they get back within 6.
I just don't like the fact that they concentrate on more threes and getting inside, and that's what the Hawks are doing. Easy basket, quick, easy.
Hawks slap on an early terror screen in the backcourt. No communication from Geordie Hunter. Malik Lewis cleaned up.
Well, they're #1 in the league, points in the paint, the Hawks. Here they go again, off and running. Harvey. He does have a green light, but not on that occasion. Peatling. Harvey, give him a second look, and he'll make you pay every time. And we get another timeout, and just like that, it's back out to 11.
Big time from Harvey. But here's down the other end on the Amy replay, the kick out for Geordie Hunter. Wide open. Peatling happy to test Hunter's arm. And down this end, you can't test his arm. Tyler Harvey, he's proven. And he puts the Hawks up double digits.
Yeah, they led by 15 early in this quarter. Southeast Melbourne got it back to 6. And very quickly, like we saw in that opening term, it's back out to 11. We'll take a look at the shot chart, the Blackmore shot chart. This is what we've been talking about. A lot of red crosses from beyond the arc.
That is a lot of red crosses. When you're taking that many threes, you better hope some are falling. And that's what's hurt them, because when they shoot those threes and miss, the Hawks are out running.
And you know what? You got to credit Illawarra's defense. Now, some of these have been open looks, but they've clearly come in with a game plan to say, this is not a great shooting team. Pack the paint. We don't want Hunter rolling to the rim. We don't want Sobey getting layups at the cup. Make them prove it from long range.
There's been 9 different Phoenix players that have attempted a shot from long range.
The good thing is they're hanging around, though. I feel like I'm on a seesaw. Up, I'm down. I don't know what to take here, but they're hanging around. They're giving themselves a chance. Guys like Foxwell are coming in and pushing the ball and playing good defense. So, you know, we don't know what's going to happen, but we'll see.
I'm trying to picture, like, toddler Coke on a seesaw.
There you go.
How'd you go on the seesaw?
I don't know. I can't remember, Liam. I think I fell off a couple of times.
Well, this game this game does go to script, we'll get a run from Southeast Melbourne here after the timeout. And they'll peg it back before the half. They'll be hoping so anyway. Wieskamp, Foxwell. Can they start to get it rolling from long range?
You're going to live and die by that three, it seems.
Illawarra got the answers. Blanchfield, that little one-handed push shot.
He makes that shot more than he misses, doesn't he?
He sure does.
To an even 10. So again, for the 7th time this season, the Hawks notch up 50 points in that first half. Foxwell being excellent off the bench. You'd be disappointed he couldn't get that layup to go. Swaka, the bullet, just put the head down, put the Jets on. And now Blanchfield again.
Wow.
Has got 8 points in only a couple of minutes.
And credit Mason Peatling. Man, he's been a beast on the offensive glass. 4 offensive rebounds, leading to extra looks, open looks as Wieskamp answers down the other end. But the Hawks would be loving the hard work Peatling's doing inside the paint.
Southeast Melbourne have knocked down their last 3 three-point attempts. The whistle's been blown. Phoenix thought it was a travel. Refs say it's a chance for a three-point play.
Next play, fellas, get lined up. 2 shots. Basket's good. Basket's good. We have 1 black. Push. 1 shot only.
So Geordie Hunter, that'll be his 2nd personal. Nathan Sobey still sitting with 3. Derek Walton Jr. has a couple. Sam Froling has 2 for the Hawks.
He's calling for the travel there, Geordie Hunter. He may not have seen Olbrich take that dribble down low.
Big couple of minutes here to finish the half for Southeast Melbourne. Need to stay within touch. We know how quickly the Hawks can put points on the board. Foxwell slips, and then Harvey, experienced and frustrated, he's given away an unnecessary foul.
Yeah, just their first team foul, Illawarra, so they have the opportunity to be a bit more physical in these last 2 minutes of the quarter, but Harvey, he had Foxwell on the floor. Didn't need to give that one away.
Foxwell trying to get it into Hurt. His body's all around him, so he has to kick it out. Shot clock down to 4. Hunter's already knocked down 1. Make it 2! And they are starting to heat up from long range. They were going to live and die by the sword. And they're back within 9.
They're just going to prove us wrong, aren't they, Liam?
Well, 2 wide open looks for Hunter that he's knocked both down. Huge for the Phoenix.
Days again, the offensive rebound and putback. They've done that a number of times in this first half. 8, 9 offensive rebounds that have led to a number of second chance points. Wieskamp, they're feeling it now. They are feeling it. And these 2 teams are trading buckets.
What is going on?
It's that seesaw you were talking about, Coach.
Cal, take his time and then hand in the face. Felt the contact. That's a heads-up play from the vet.
2 shots. 2 shots, fellas, get lined up.
There's Wieskamp, he's been struggling. Beyond the arc, he's made 2 of 3 tonight. Of course, make sure you download the free NBL app. You can win a $1,000 Visa gift card. Just NBL app, the best place to get all the news, scores, stats, and everything you need. And the shows like Overtime and NBL Now and The Huddle. Just scan the QR code to download and follow the prompts for your chance to win the $1,000 Visa gift card. It's coming handy just before Christmas for someone. You can keep it for yourself. Or it's a good gift, isn't it?
It is.
Lead stays at 10. Around this margin most of the second quarter. Led by 10 at quarter time. Glover, some 4 minutes in the first quarter. Hudson trying to get the reverse, and here's Olbrich again, off and running. He thought he was fouled, and he missed it underneath the basket, and it's Days, I think, that picks up. Will Hickey it is.
And a good foul from Hickey. Great contest from old Foxwell. Firstly, to send Olbrich away. And then Hickey smartly, with fouls to give, without giving up an unsportsmanlike, stops the Phoenix transition.
Foxwell got the 8 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. Rowan Foxwell hurt. We've seen that move so many times in this season. And now he's got a wide open look, and he makes them pay. And they have finished the half strong.
That's just Larry Birdish. Step back.
Trey Carroll slow it down. He wants the final possession of the half. High scoring and entertaining first half of basketball. John Cain Arena. Cal, step back. And that'll see us out. As we said, an entertaining, high scoring half of basketball. Southeast Melbourne found their range late, and they get it back to within a manageable 7 points after at one stage trailing by 15.
Such a seesaw half. These guys hung around. They started to knock down threes. And if they continue to play like this, I think we're going to have a very tough match at the end.
Right, impressive first half from the Hawks. Put 59 on the board. Got to be happy with that. Some late triples from the Phoenix, keeping them in touch.
Now, this is going to be a fun one. Well, let's get down courtside. Kelsey Brown has Trey Cal.
Yeah, here with Trey Cal. 59 points in the first half. You've got to be happy with that offensively.
Yeah, we just we got a good group. We got everyone that's on the floor that's a threat. They know the role, so you know, we are able to put out those kind of halves.
Phoenix got on a few runs there. They kept coming back. You guys trading buckets. How do you stop them from going on those little runs in the second?
I think part of it is bad offense. We're taking some rush shots or, you know, kind of one-on-one shots that you're not getting the ball moving, and that's allowing them to get out on the break and get some easy looks.
All the best in the second.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Hungry Jacks NBL. We're here at round 10, John Cain Arena. It's the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix up against the Illawarra Hawks. Hawks leading at halftime, 59-52. It's been an incredible game so far. They have been trading buckets. I'm Kelsey Brown here with Liam Santamaria and Leonard Copeland. Guys, have a look at these halftime stats. Liam, what do you like out of that?
Well, super high-scoring first half. Very fun to watch at both ends of the floor. It was saved for the Phoenix by some three-point hits late in that second quarter. Coach, they were bone dry from long range until the last couple of minutes of that second term.
Absolutely. We spoke about that first half, that first quarter, and it was ugly. It was ugly, but they started knocking down threes, and it looks like they're going to live and die by the three.
They are going to live and die by the three. And a man who was knocking them down was Trey Cal. He was incredible in that first half, Liam.
He was sensational. They were terrific as a group, the Illawarra Hawks, but Trey Cal is the leader of the pack. He doesn't have to handle it. He can get out in transition, run the lanes. He catches and shoots the three. Then when he does have it in his hands, they slap on the ball screen. He can shoot from the perimeter. He can get in the paint, create for himself and others, Copes. And he was on point in that first half.
Absolutely. He's having a great year so far anyway. And you can tell when he got hurt, the team wasn't as good. But he's not forcing anything, like you said, Liam. He's coming in. He's getting guys involved. And here's the Blackmore shot chart. He's shooting the ball well from the outside. He's passing the ball well. But he's running the team, like you said.
We've made some mention of Darius Days. He's come off the bench the last couple of games, but he's been impressive in this one, Copes. Have you liked what you've seen?
He has been. And look, I think what's happened is Peatling is going to the offensive glass and he's playing great basketball. So it's hard for Days to complain about anything. I just got to come in and do a good job, and that's what's happening.
Liam, have you liked him as well?
Yeah, he's been good. Yeah, he's got into some early foul trouble in some games earlier in the year, and they don't want that to happen. The Hawks is so important. So bring him off the bench. He can let the heat get out of the game in the early going, and look, they're rolling right now.
On the other side of things, Southeast Melbourne, they got out to a 13-2 deficit to begin with. They've had a rough trot to begin.
Yeah, but a great response. You know, it didn't go right for him at the start of the game, and you can see on the Blackmore shot chart, look, there was a lot more red crosses around the arc just a few minutes ago, but some late hits from three-point territory. They got a great response in the first quarter when they got down, and a really good response late in that second term, so now they're in the game.
They're in the game, but the thing that hurt me the most is Sobey started off, he struggled early. All right, and then he got into foul trouble, and he started making some crazy plays, and now he's sitting on the bench. And you can't have your superstar on the bench, you know what I mean? So,
yes. Sobey and Walton Jr. a combined 2 points in that first half. They need more from those two guys.
What about Geordie Hunter Leonard? He's been good for Phoenix. He's been one of the only ones that has maybe stood up.
Surprisingly, knocking down threes, he's playing tough. And I said before, if you can stay out of foul trouble, he's going to be tough. And he has been, and he's done the right thing. He's rolling to the basket. He's getting extra shots. But again, he needs some help. I mean, he's the only big on that team. If he gets into foul trouble, most teams will go after him.
We've got two great basketball brains here. I want to know from both of you, what do we need to see in the second half?
Some more defensive juice from both of these teams. Look, the Hawks did a good job, but a couple of lapses and they let 50+ get on the board for the Phoenix. And for the Southeast Melbourne, got to slow Illawarra down in transition.
No, the Hawks have to continue to push that ball. If they push the ball and shoot the way they're shooting it, I think the Hawks are going to win tonight.
Well, this game has been a great one, but we're heading over to Adelaide after this for Adelaide up against Tassie. A huge off-court scene to happen for Adelaide 36ers. They're without Montrezl Harrell, without Kendrick Davis. Jack Jumpers are without Jordan Crawford as well, but it's testing to be a huge, huge game. Don't go anywhere. We're back soon with Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix and the Illawarra Hawks.
Take your game from the local court to the big time. Apply now to step onto an NBL court after the final buzzer. Backing local ballers is just the beginning.
Third quarter about to begin here at John Cain Arena, and it is South East Melbourne trailing the Illawarra Hawks by 7 points. The Hawks led by 10 at quarter time, so the Phoenix were able to eke into that margin ever so slightly. Of course, you want to talk about Mason Peatling, Liam, and just what he's been able to do for this Hawks side tonight.
Oh, look, 5 points and 5 rebounds in that opening half for Peatling, but he's a plus 26. The Hawks have outscored South East Melbourne by 26 points during his 11 minutes on the floor. And it's a result of his heart and effort on the offensive glass. Extra possessions that lead to buckets for his teammates. Kick-outs to wide open shooters. He's been big so far.
Some other big numbers. Owen Foxwell deserves a shout out. 8 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds in that first half as well. He really provided a spark.
And the pace, he came in straight away and got a full court layup by pushing the ball, by putting pressure on their defense. And he's starting in the second half.
Interesting, no Sobey and no Derek Walton Jr. to start this third quarter.
Well, it was Foxwell and Glover that helped turn this thing around. As we mentioned at halftime, a combined 2 points from Sobey and Walton Jr. in that first half. And it's not the only change. Malik Lewis will also come off the bench with Wieskamp starting in that spot to begin the third quarter.
Justin Tatum has gone to his starting 5. Been so good for him all season. A great hustle first up from Matt Hurt and the Phoenix. And there's bodies flying everywhere. Intensity right from the outset.
They shoved Matt over here. Black 30, push, white ball.
Against Owen Foxwell.
Just plucked that foul out on Owen Foxwell. After Harvey fouled Foxwell on the ground in that second quarter, the young fella returns the favour.
So let me give you one back. It's no favor.
One court only. Well, we talked about it at halftime, and
it's called head coach.
We just need to be a little more professional.
It's called I'm a rookie. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Josh King still hasn't got over the technical in the first couple of minutes. Great that we get the access from the coaches. He's one of the beauties of the NBL is Froling. That's a tough finish under the basket.
The problem is Hunter can't afford to pick up that third foul this early in the second half. So if Illawarra is smart, he'll continue to go inside.
Good ball movement here from South East Melbourne, and then Hunter couldn't finish.
And there's your boy again. Beat me.
Again, they want to go to Froling, as they so often do. They go to him down low. He's got that little move. Peatling again. Another offensive rebound. He's frustrated, couldn't finish. He's providing some great hustle, getting some big minutes.
Tell you what, if he continues to play like this, it's hard to put him back on that bench, Liam.
And there's the combination, Glover and Foxwell, working together beautifully. Spark of a bullet, hasn't scored tonight. Peatling puts the head down, attacks the basket, but stripped from Hurt. And now Foxwell puts the head down. The seas part, and he helps himself to another 2. And he's got 13 points. That's a game high.
He's been fantastic. Owen Foxwell has come out with real aggression and putting heat on the rim since that opening term.
Well, he's playing in the same position as Sobey and Derek Walton Jr. Why are they struggling so much? Why can't they push the ball down the field? What's the problem here? I don't understand it. I mean, these guys are superstars, and yes, you have bad games, but...
Sobey's going to check back in now. And, you know, like, it's a fair question, Coach, but look, the reality is they weren't getting it done. So, all right, here's Foxwell getting the rebound, draws the foul. Great energy. So from South East Melbourne's perspective, you're not happy that your superstars aren't playing at a really high level, but you're thrilled that your backups are coming in and keeping the dream alive.
He's been brilliant, Owen Foxwell. And he gets a well-deserved, almost standing ovation from the appreciative home crowd.
I get 2 for trying to.
Takes a seat with 15 points, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. 13 minutes. They are back within 2 points. And this seesawing roller coaster of the game continues.
He's breathing heavy, Foxwell. He's been playing hard. Tell you what, though, big call to take him out.
One big call, massive call.
Sobey comes back in.
I tell you what, he's playing 20 for me, second half.
Here's Sobey. Can he get hot in this third quarter? That's a great start. He was aggressive. He knew what he wanted to do the moment he got the ball. And all of a sudden, scores are tied at 61 apiece. Lee, not sure where he's going to go. Swipe of the bullet. Good defense from Sobey. That's a great stop. Coach Josh King appreciates what he saw from his team there.
Really good defensive possession. Geordie Hunter fires up the home crowd, trying to get them behind the squad. Terrific first few minutes. Hunter comes out. Olbrich coming back in for the Hawks. Peatling, really good minutes from Peatling. He checks out. Some confusion on the bench about the subs.
And again, Sobey wanted to be aggressive. Froling with the rejection. They're big here, the Illawarra Hawks. They've got Olbrich and Froling on the floor at the same time. Cal, little mid-range.
It's a forced shot on that other end.
Hurt, who went from scoreless at quarter time to now 13 points on 5 of 9 shooting.
I just don't think they get him enough shots. We said that the last time they played him, man. You got to go to that guy. He's automatic.
He is so consistent. He's had 15 plus points in 12 of his 13 games. He very rarely lets them down. Here he is, smuggling the bullet. Josh King urges Wieskamp to push the tempo.
There's a quick rest for Owen Foxwell. He's going to check back in as Glover checks out. He's going to replay that last Hurt three. This is what you talked about pre-game, Copes. You've got to run Hurt off the three-point arc. The veer switch comes late, and that's a wide-open catch and shoot for one of the best pick-and-pop guys in the league.
Sobey again. After we spoke about, they were 2 of 17 from the three-point line, Copes. They've made 8 of their last 8 three-point attempts. They're now 10 of 25.
Just throwing egg on Liam's face, Liam.
As soon as you, Blake, said stop jacking them up, they've gone 8 from 8.
Oh, my goodness, man.
And they lead by 1. Terrific game of basketball here, Saturday afternoon. Foxwell, that was ambitious. Well done from Harvey.
8 of 9, Joey.
The Hawks will work through their set. Holden showing off his handles. He's confident. Wants to back into the other youngster in Lewis. But again, a good defensive set and then just an unnecessary turnover.
That was a bad mistake, throwing that ball away. He's strong, Lockie Olbrich. I tell you what, so's Malik Lewis.
Yeah.
A lot of guys look at him and say, next star, okay, young fella, I'll go at him. But some, guys across the year have found he's a big, strong dude, and he's hard to push around.
And he will dunk on you, trust me. He will dunk on you.
Harvey just throws it up for Froling. Picks it back out. Hickey getting to work. There's Froling. We're getting to get another offensive rebound and put back.
And this is the issue for the Phoenix. If you've got no Hunter and no Hurt on the floor, do you get blasted on the offensive board?
It's their 11th offensive rebound for the Royal Hawks. Most of them have led to second chance points. Here is Lewis again. That's a strong move.
It's a strong move.
Now the lead is seesawing. We're going back and forth. And Froling puts the Hawks back in front.
Smart play from the Hawks. Got the switch, the mismatch for Froling down low, and he takes advantage.
He's up to 10 points. Third Hawk in double figures. 6 the other night against New Zealand as Harvey just trying a little look away. That's going to lead to fast break points when Lee commits the foul.
Good pass from Sobey, 2-on-1. Easy call as Lee enforces the no layup rule. Both teams coughing it up unnecessarily, Copes.
It's a pace of play. They're pushing it out. You're gonna make some mistakes, but
Wieskamp had a career high 16 points last time these two sides met in round 6. He's up to 10.
And a banger, Joey. Threw one down.
That's right, yes.
One of his highlights of the season.
Lee off the screen. Lewis got upstairs, swatted away. And Foxwell off to the races. Sobey, this will bring the house down. And Justin Tatum understands the situation. He calls a tangerine timeout. And Southeast Melbourne with their biggest lead of the night.
Wow, that was their best moment so far. Lewis sends it away at the cup. The great push of the rock from Foxwell. And Sobey strides into an open look from long range. The Phoenix now up by 4.
As we said, this is the first of a doubleheader. Straight after this, Adelaide are taking on Tasmania at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Let's get a preview with John Casey.
Well, tonight in Adelaide, something we've never seen in the NBL. History is made when a team is without 2 imports because of suspension. No Montrezl Harrell, no Kendrick Davis. So that means the likes of Jason Kadee will run the point, and it's up to Jarrell Martin and Isaac Humphries, the bigs from Adelaide, to step into the breach, and it's a big breach that's left by Montrezl Harrell. Between he and Davis, they average 41 points per game, 2 highest scorers in the competition, so that's a lot of points to make up. But assisting their cause tonight is going to be the absence in Tasmania's team of Jordan Crawford, their point guard. He's out with concussion, so both teams undermanned tonight, but they played here 6 weeks ago and it was a 4-point thriller. Adelaide overcame a slow start to win 77-73. I'm expecting this is going to be another tight affair tonight with the 36ers in front of another sellout crowd.
Can the 36ers get it done without their 2-star imports?
That's the question. That's the magical question. I don't know. I'm sorry. As much as I want to say yes, that's a tough one.
Thanks for the expert commentary, Leonard. What about you, Liam? I'll go to you. Adelaide win?
I don't think so. I think the jack jumpers, although
without Jordan Crawford?
Yeah, Sean McDonald's back.
Yeah.
Trying to pick a winner in this one is almost impossible as well. There's Tyler Harvey, silences the crowd.
And this right here, this is when Tyler Harvey ripped the hearts out of the Phoenix last time they were in this building.
What do you have, 16 in a quarter, something?
Oh, Foxwell trying to take on the big boys.
It was a close game, tightly contested, and then Harvey went ballistic. 6 of 8 from 3, blew the game open, and got the Hawks the win. The Phoenix need to stay attached to Illawarra's sharpshooter.
He's hurt. On that occasion. Kelsey, you were listening to Justin Tatum in that timeout?
Yeah, he had to say that he was happy with the offensive end, but defensively, he said everyone wants to play on the offensive end. No one wants to do the hard stuff on D. Get some stops and stop dawdling back.
50-50 ball. Lee comes away with it. Harvey. Replicate the feats of that round 6 game you were speaking about, Liam.
All the loose balls going to the Hawks.
And Lee, with his feet set, he's going to punish you all day long.
He's automatic. He's automatic. When he's wide open like that.
We give him extra bites at the cherry. They're going to take advantage.
A little 6-0 run out of the timeout. Sees the Hawks back in front. And Sobey with back-to-back triples of his own. The seesaw continues here at John Cain. Hickey saw the open lane.
Smart by the Phoenix. You got to dare Davo Hickey to shoot the ball. He's been great this season. Gives the Hawks a great spark off the bench. But he shoots about 18% from 3. So force him to shoot it, sit back, protect the rim.
5 scorers in double digits for Southeast Melbourne. Wieskamp, Foxwell, Hurt, Sobey and Glover. Hunter, I should say. Foxwell. Here is Glover. He has 8 points. He could be the 6th Phoenix player in double digits. He's going to attack. Get good defense. Comes from Days, but Hunter, he's able to put it back in. He's got 14 to go with his 6 rebounds. And then the steal from Glover. And the easy lay-in. And he now has 10 points. And they're out to now their game high 5-point lead. Picks up Jordy Hunter's 3rd personal.
If you're smart, you do it again.
Yep.
Because he doesn't want to get that 4th because he's coming out.
And they are smart, the Hawks. So I expect them to go right back at Sam Froling. Hunter's been important. 14 points, 6 rebounds, as you say, Joey. If you can go at him here, pick up a 4th personal, it changes things in this ball game.
It's been one of his best games since really early on in the season. Jordy Hunter. As Lee was just worried out of it. Again, bodies flying everywhere. A couple of sore boys. They're going to leave Trey Kell behind. So it'll be a 5-on-4 for the Phoenix. They swing it around. Foxwell. Glover. Short. Kell's just going to take a moment to gather himself.
Come on, Kell. Come on, Kell.
Down to the final minute of what has been an enthralling contest. One of the best of the season. Kell dropped the shoulder, and the referee said illegally.
And again, the defense from old Foxwell. What a ball game this young man's having. 15 points, 7 assists. Here's where Kell went down. Oh, he came down on the knee of Nathan Sobey. Foxwell, 15 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds off the bench.
Played at a frenetic pace.
And here's the thing, he does it every time he plays, so nothing special. It's special, but oh my God, that's not good.
That's their 12th turnover of the game. Illawarra, just 5 turnovers from Southeast Melbourne. Looking to finish the quarter strong. Can they put some more points on the board? Glover from almost the logo. It's their last couple now from long range. Blanchfield was hot, but he had some minutes in the first half. King, the coach, urges Foxwell to keep pushing the tempo. Hurt, the ball fake, and then lost possession. And again, we're just going up and back. Now they'll slow it down and they'll try and make this the final possession of the 3rd quarter. A quarter that has been won by the Phoenix. Days silences the crowd right on the stroke of 3-quarter time, and it sets up for an enthralling 4th quarter of basketball here from John Cain Arena. One of the games of the season, it's the Phoenix leading by 2 points. Well, terrific third quarter of basketball for the Southeast Melbourne Phoenix. They outscore the Illawarra Hawks 26-17 to turn a 7-point halftime deficit into a 2-point lead at three-quarter time. Nathan Sobey started to heat up in that third quarter. 6 Phoenix players in double digits. And all of a sudden, we have a contest on our hands. Leonard Copeland, Liam Santamaria enjoying this one. What are you making of it?
Foxwell to me. I mean, any guy can come off the bench and play the way he's playing. 7 assists, 5 rebounds, but the pace of play for me. He's pushing that ball down the court and didn't have a chance to set up on the defensive end, and they're getting shots.
Yeah, and improved defensive effort from the Phoenix in that third quarter. Listen, anytime you can keep the Hawks to under 20 in a quarter, you're doing a good job. So 17 for Illawarra in that term, and as a result, Southeast Melbourne are out in front.
Well, let's get to Kelsey Brown. You're listening in on the huddle and a bit of an injury update for Southeast Melbourne.
Yeah, I was. I want to touch on Cal. He looks very, very sore, very gingery. He's got a heat back on that back, so it'll be interesting to see if we see him again. But Derek Walton Jr., we didn't see him for the whole of the third. I've asked the Phoenix camp. They said he's 100% fine. Coach's decision. Liam, is this because Owen Foxwell's doing so well?
Oh, certainly part of it. Wieskamp gets to the rim. Walton Jr. wasn't playing great in that first half. 0-4 from the field. And, you know, he picked up a couple of fouls, just didn't have a huge impact. Meanwhile, Foxwell having the game of his young career.
Hickey, strong move. He just hasn't really got going yet, Derek Walton, since he's come back from that hamstring injury. Third game back. He's struggling as Hunter throws it down.
Wow.
Hickey, there's Foxwell, and again he wants to attack the paint, and he draws the foul, and that's going to be 4 on Geordie Hunter. Decision now for Josh King.
Big decision.
There's the Amy replay of the throwdown down the other end, and Foxwell comes out. Really good minutes. He needs a rest. Quick breather for him, no doubt, but Hunter with the 4 fouls. You've got to call a timeout, Josh King, if you want to.
And Hurts over there with his hand up saying, hey, I'm available, I'm ready.
They were calling for a challenge, but they didn't call a timeout. And Hunter is going to stay on the floor right now with 4 personals.
And the kids, they get the cheeseburgers. Homeward Kangaroo. Now they're all up and about. Days. Can't silence them. Wieskamp. Put a crossover. Oh. And then was going to throw it down to try and top the highlight from round 6. Oh.
He tried, didn't he?
The double crossover
was
nice. Look at this. Bang, bang. Tween cross, and then wanted a piece of the Hawks at the rim.
Is that a Tim Hardaway crossover?
The killer crossover.
The crossover.
It was Dave O'Hickey that spoiled the party. He wasn't going to allow that to happen.
Hurt comes in, Hunter comes out. They dodge the bullet there.
He shoots that thing awfully hot, isn't it?
13 points for Wieskamp.
And the Hawks have had some unforced turnovers. O'Hickey's lost a couple. Swagala Bullock's lost a couple, so.
Josh King, he just wants to settle things down. He's called a Tangerine timeout. Southeast Melbourne, they lead this one by 5 points. So, Liam, I want to ask you, what have you seen that's just happened with the Hawks at the offensive end since halftime? They just haven't really been able to get much going, just 19 points since halftime. Just credit to Southeast Melbourne?
Yeah, I think so. The Phoenix scoring more regularly, so, you know, when you're taking it out of the net, it's a little harder to run and push the tempo. And, yeah, the Phoenix just, I think, doing a better job with guys like Glover and Foxwell out there on the floor of, you know, taking away their three-point looks, making them go to something else. And as a result, they've been able to slow Illawarra down. And And here's the coach's challenge. Glover thought maybe he might have knocked that out off Trey Kell. I think that's going to be hard to overturn.
Yeah. Well, you're right too, Liam.
Well, during that timeout, it was a coach's challenge from Josh King, and it's been successful.
Wow.
For South East Melbourne Phoenix, so they will get the ball back. You can see there the play from Glover, and they've said it's come off the hands of Trey Kell.
You're talking about why they can't score. Josh King would have gone in at halftime and blasted these guys about their defense. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. And they've come out, and he's changed the lineup. They come out and...
That's a tough shot. Isolation play, contested fadeaway. And then Sobey runs past Darius Days. A couple of bad plays from Sobey, and the Hawks take advantage.
Days up to 15 points and 8 rebounds. So it's been a nice move from Justin Tatum to bring him off the bench. He's been able to find his groove. After just having a few quiet weeks, started the season so well. 3-point margin, Hurt. Had the mismatch on Harvey. Went at him, couldn't finish. And now it's 5-on-4. Days. Got it! And straight away, Josh King is going to call a timeout. And we are all tied up at 83 apiece.
This is what happens if you hit the deck. Yeah, if you're trying to get a whistle and you hit the deck, it's 5-on-4 going the other way. Harvey finds Darius Days and he makes the Phoenix pay.
Well, he's bounced back. Darius Days, that's close to a career high. He had a couple of 20-point games early in the season. Now he was on fire that first 4 or 5 weeks. And then he went through a lean spell. And he's been terrific tonight. 18 points on 6 of 9 shooting. How are those 8 rebounds? He's going to be an important player, isn't he, for the run home?
He is. You know what? And that position's been terrific tonight. Peatling was amazing in the first half. Going to the glass, scoring the basket. And Days, you have to play better than the guy in front of you if you think you're going to get minutes. And both of those guys are complementing each other.
I was talking to their GM of basketball, Matt Campbell, before the game, and he was saying, you know, obviously we want to try to keep him out of foul trouble, Darius Days, so bringing him off the bench. But also, in the first half, he can get some more looks, some more shots, playing with that second unit, where it's not all about Tyler Harvey and Sam Froling.
Right. Yeah.
And that's helped to get Days going. He's up and about.
So don't go anywhere. We are set for an entertaining final 7 minutes here. The Hawks just wanting to put a little gap. That's going to be a foul. Swipe of the bullet. Yeah, just drop the shoulder into Hurt. Opportunity for Illawarra, as we said, just to put a little bit of a gap on the chasing pack and cement themselves in second spot, a game behind Melbourne United.
I'll tell you what, though, Joey, all these games in the NBL are important for every team. But, man, this means so much more to Phoenix than it does the Hawks, right? They're flying up there inside the top 2. Southeast Melbourne, 5 wins, 8 losses on their home floor. This is a big one for them.
You know why it's big, too? Because in January, there's tennis here in Melbourne,
yes,
so
sir.
they're going to be on the road. You know, so you got to get these home wins when you can.
Yeah, and 3 of their next 4 after this are at home. Kelsey, you were listening in to Josh King at that timeout?
I was. He said, we keep making it hard for ourselves, and he said the age of do we want it or do we not? He also said what you said, Lenardi wants the offense to go a lot more through Matt Hurt.
Absolutely, I would too. I would too. Get him the ball and move out the way.
I tell you what, though, if you're going to do that, I like him more in these pick and pop type situations than just dropping it to him in the block.
Absolutely, and especially with Foxwell with the ball, because Foxwell can get to that basket.
Albrecht was being really aggressive on Hurt. So Foxwell, who has got the hot hand, is playing the game of his life.
And Sobey waving the towel, cheering him on with enthusiasm from the bench.
The 21-year-old with 20 points, 7 assists and 5 rebounds. And they get the stop at the defensive end. Do they go back to Foxwell? Glover. We'll get it back from Lewis. Puts the head down and draws the foul on Tyler Harvey.
So they're trying to go to that pick and pop action with Matt Hurt, but Olbricht's being super physical. Hugging him, pushing him, and Foxwell creating something out of nothing with the step back.
Let's go, Gus. 2 shots, Gus. Here we go. 2. And 1. Here we go. And yes.
Glover knocks them both down. Game high, 7-point lead. This might be Harvey time.
Chris, how quick was that? 1-2 pass, jumper in the corner.
He's so dangerous. Tyler Harvey, he's so locked in. This is his time. He loves it.
It's been a great battle with young Foxwell. Glover trying to launch a few from well beyond the arc. Can't get that one to drop. Cal will just steady the ship. They'll get the possession they want. They go down to Froling, who gets to his left hand and finishes.
Listen, you're going to have to double that. He gets the mismatch on Wieskamp. They saw earlier in the game, that's not going to end well for the Phoenix.
Here is the man with the hot hand. Glover tries his luck again. He's missed the last couple. Swakova Bullock is going to be called for another offensive foul. That'll be his third.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
Wasn't a lot in it.
No, there was nothing in it.
Hunter and Sobey come back in. Foxwell and Lewis will check out for Southeast Melbourne, and Mason Peatling comes back in. He's got the matchup with Matt Hurt.
Glover. Oh! Boy!
White 13. In the head. Looking at him. Yeah, that was a big ball.
Great little pocket pass from Glover.
A lot of contact.
Left hand dunk attempt from Hunter to keep it away from Froling. And he gets to the free throw line.
Knocked down both free throws earlier in the game, Geordie Hunter. Been terrific tonight, 16 points.
2 shots,
I didn't get mad, I didn't want to get out.
2 shots. Let's go, coach. I hear you. Let's go. Good.
6-1.
Let's make sure you stay tuned straight after this. 36ers and the Jack Jumpers. Both teams missing some star imports. It should still be an entertaining game there at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre.
Shout out to the 36ers fans and the way they pack that building out week after week.
Trey. They are the most passionate fans I've seen. They really come. Win, lose, or draw, they're in there.
Big final 4.5 minutes, you feel, for Southeast Melbourne. They've been sensational. They've answered every call. Every time they've faced a challenge, they've been able to respond. They've had the better of this second half. Harvey almost Peatling again. Been a monster down low.
Liam, you said it. This guy has been special for them. Without him, they don't get the shots that they've made and taken. Just amazing on the offensive rebound.
6 offensive rebounds for Peatling as Geordie Hunter does it at the other end.
And the Phoenix offensively have started to open Illawarra up. And as a result, Jordan Hunter becomes a factor. One of the best pick and roll bigs in the league. As he rolls to the rim, he's providing a real target for the Phoenix playmakers now around the cup.
They've only scored 100 points once this season, the Phoenix. That was in round 7 against Perth.
I think Josh wants to get up after a make, he wants to get up and put some pressure on these guys. Going away, so.
Geordie Hunter has a new PB in Phoenix colours, 21 points. Topped the previous 20 he had early on in the season. The Hawks won't panic. They know what they've got in their arsenal. They trail by 5. Harvey gets to his left hand.
Oh, man.
And as we said, this is Harvey time.
He's just so tough, man.
Hey, listen, man, anyone who can make Leonard Copeland shake his head, he's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. And the good thing is he's not, remember his first couple of years when he was forcing shots?
And they forced the turnover. It's 4-on-1. Harvey! Harvey's going to do it again. Josh King's seen enough. Leonard shakes his head.
Leo.
And we have a timeout, 95 apiece.
This is deja vu. Last time we were here, he got hot in that third and fourth quarter, and he turned the game around. For him to knock down shots like that, you got to find him. You got to know where he is at all times.
And they do find him, the Hawks. Southeast Melbourne lose him in transition. Bang, bang, the floater, the triple. This game is tied.
Well, the veteran guard, Tyler Harvey, up to 17 points. He's been brilliant at one end, but the story of this game has been the other end. This young man, the 21-year-old, Owen Foxwell, playing the game of his life. A new PB, he's topped his best of 16. He has been absolutely brilliant. 20 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds.
If he's not starting, he's my sixth man off the bench every time. Because he brings a different look. The other guys are all about scoring. He's about pace. He's about making the right decision, and he can score. He has the defense on their heels at all times.
I'll tell you what else he is. He's a free agent coming up this offseason. So the Phoenix, who I understand are trying to re-sign the man, Blackmore's shot chart shows the work he's been getting done. Unfortunately for their GM of basketball, Simon Mitchell, today's price is not the same as yesterday's price.
That's right, brother.
As Foxwell turns in a blinder.
Oh, wow.
Good timing for the young man. Good timing. But they need to finish the job. The high-flying Hawks. Can the Phoenix put a stop to it? They go back to Geordie Hunter, who's been so aggressive. Met by Froling. And again, another one down to Sobey with the steal. Gives it up to Hunter, and he throws it down again. Well, he's got a game-high 23.
That was a big-time play. It was 5-on-4 for the Hawks. And Sobey read that pass like a book.
It's been a seesaw sort of game for Sobey, isn't it? He's had some bad moments and some excellent ones. And that was important.
Here's the pick-off from Sobey. Beautifully timed, Copes.
Just beautifully timed. And Hunter with the Andrew Gaze.
Cherry pick.
Cherry pick, I'm hurt. Oh, I'm okay now.
And I'm open.
And I'm open.
This man, Harvey. How do they guard him? They can't. They cannot guard him.
Oh, me, oh, my. This guy's putting on a show. Is that Rocky music?
That's 10 points in the fourth quarter for Harvey. As Sobey attacks the rim and a chance to finish with a three-point play.
Well, it's been a roller coaster night for Nathan Sobey. Some turnovers, some mad plays along the way, but oh boy, isn't he coming up big in crunch time. Harvey down one end, Sobey now with back-to-back big plays. And an and one opportunity right here to put his team up 3.
And you know what I like about Sobey? As you said earlier, Foxwell's playing fantastic basketball, but he's on the sideline waving the towel. And anytime you see your best player doing that, it makes you feel good.
He can't bring up the century just yet. Slight let off. And the Hawks through Cal. They've got their starters out there, the Hawks. Long time with ball in hand. Cal wanted the moment, couldn't put it in the basket.
Really good D. Lewis and Foxwell on Cal and Harvey, and they shut him down.
Yeah, Slyker the bullock all over Sobey. Foxwell with his speed. He's just too quick.
What a game!
He is red hot.
What a game. Homegrown kid from the southeast suburbs of Melbourne. Coming up big since the moment he checked in the first quarter. And here, with everything on the line late in the fourth, attacking the rim and finishing at the cup.
101-97, Tangerine timeout. Over to these coaches to settle the troops and finish this one off.
Maybe the Hawks here, Coach. With Tyler Harvey up and about, trying to play through Cal and Harvey up high. Frolling's been good. Daves at times. Where do you go to on this possession when you really need a bucket?
Well, look, you're right. There's a number of players you can go to, but history tells me you got to go to Harvey. Harvey's done it night in and night out. High pick and roll with him and Froling. Get him open. Coming off a screen. Kel's been good. Frawley's been good. Days has been good at times. Harvey's a man.
Well, it's Foxwell that has that matchup.
And the energy in the building is electric at the moment. The fans know they are witnessing one of the games of the season.
Oh.
Down to the final minute and a half. Cal couldn't get it to go. And the Phoenix are in the box seat. They need a good offensive possession. Sobey understands that. Pulls it out. Got the mismatch. Froling has to stay down. Sobey blows by him and couldn't finish at the rim.
And he's on the deck. 5-on-4 for the Hawks.
Days, good find to Froling. Easy basket.
And I don't know if you remember this, but when Sobey was in Brisbane, the big talk was he'd drive to the basket and he'd hit the ground, and it's always 5-on-4. You got to stay up, man. Remember that? You got to stay up.
Foxwell. About the only thing he's done wrong all night. Couldn't get it to drop.
Huge play.
What do the Hawks do? Harvey calls up Froling. He wanted the moment, but he saw the better option. And Swarker, the bullet, was wide open. In the end, that's a good foul from Malik Lewis.
You got to review it. You got to review it. You got to review it.
Southeast Melbourne call a timeout. Justin Tatum wants it reviewed for a goaltend. This will be interesting. Swarker, the bullet, has not scored tonight. And we'll go to the free throw line to try and even it up with 30 seconds left.
Tatum wants him to review it, saying they pull the net. And if they did, that should go. That should count. Close, Liam.
Well, that's an interesting one. Foul, definite contact with the net. Was it Swakala Bullock? Was it Lewis? Lewis definitely makes contact with the net.
That should be 2 points. That should be 2 points.
Oh, this is going to be a massive call.
What?
From the review centre.
Oh, no.
So they're saying no basket. There was no grab of the net. Is that what it was? There was contact, but no grab.
Right.
Hey, let's hear from Scott Butler from the replay centre to get the word on that. I would love to hear from him on that review. There's the foul, clear foul, no problem about that. Justin Tatum was adamant that it should have counted.
Scott Butler doesn't want to comment on this one, so that will be a talking point, I would think, to come out of this game. But it's now over to Swaka the Bullet. We'll worry about that post-game. He needs to make the free throws.
Wow.
The pressure, Leonard. What must be going through Swaka the Bullet's body right now?
Well, you miss when you're over 4, over 5. That's tough, because you miss that first free throw. Let me tell you something. They're starting to tighten up on you straight away.
So down by 1, no fouls to give.
Just play it straight up.
Yeah, you play it straight up here. Try to get a stop.
Here we go. One of the biggest moments of the season for South East Melbourne. Glover got fouled. And clutch free throws at the other end now.
There's plenty of time, though. He makes his 2 free throws. There's still plenty of time to get off a good shot. And Illawarra have some 3-point specialists on that team.
That pressure on Glover, just as it was on Swaka the Bullet.
And terrific again. Angus Glover has been aggressive. And I don't really want to say it, Coach, but he hasn't missed a free throw. 6 of 6.
Here we go.
12 points, 5 assists.
There it is.
Huge possession. Ball in the hands of Harvey.
You feel it's going to be Harvey. He just has to make the right play. They lose the handle, and it's going to be a South East Melbourne ball. The biggest defensive play of the season.
No timeouts available for the Phoenix. But Foxwell calling for a sub, says he needs to come out of the game. Has he had a contact knocked out? Contact to his eye. Huge defensive possession.
We've spoken a lot about inbounding the ball in some of these late games. Then they inbound it cleanly. They've given the responsibility to the youngster. Oh, they get away with it just. Hard inbound stuff. And then Malik Lewis will go to the line.
Did you see where he passed that ball?
He threw it right towards the bucket, Coach.
If anything, throw it to the other end. So they got to come back to it. You throw it to your... Wow.
Look, in the end, he executed it on point, but a dangerous place to throw the ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Knock them both down, and it should be enough.
Here comes that specialist I was telling you about.
One timeout for the Hawks. They'll call it if he knocks this down.
Crowd hold their breath. And Justin Tatum will draw up the final play of the game. It has been that sort of game. Don't go anywhere. Who knows what can happen? Who are they going to?
Well, there's Lee. There's Harvey, there's Blanchfield. They got some specialists on this team.
Well, so let's break this down. It has to be a 3. That's the obvious thing, because they're down by 3. You can't try to go for something quick and easy at the hoop. So if you're the Phoenix, you defend the arc.
Yep.
And the important thing to emphasize is you just don't foul.
That's right.
Okay, so we put all our guys on the arc, defend the 3-point shot. If they make it, all right, we go to overtime.
That's right.
But don't foul and give them an opportunity for a 4-point play.
Darius Days is 3 of 5 from the 3-point line tonight. Tyler Harvey, we know, has been red hot in this 4th quarter. Trey Kell's knocked down a couple. We know about Hung Jung Lee. And Todd Blanchfield has been doing it for 15 years.
Blanchfield's not in. I find it interesting that Swaka the Bullet is coming onto the floor. Blanchfield's staying seated. Harvey to inbound. Dangerous guy for the Phoenix, the inbounder.
The biggest moment of the season for the Phoenix. Just one stop. Cal, no good. And Josh King gets his best win in South East Melbourne colours. And it's the best win of the season. And they continue to build some momentum. It was a cracking game of basketball. It ebbed and flowed, it had everything. And that young man, Owen Foxwell, will be the Foot Locker player of the game. 22 points for Owen Foxwell to go with 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And what a performance from South East Melbourne tonight.
He was the difference. Foxwell came in again and pushed the ball down the floor. Played like a veteran. Shot the ball well, got everyone involved, but just amazing. I got to find more time for him.
Well, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back to wrap it all up after this. But it's South East Melbourne by 3 points at a packed John Cain Arena. We've witnessed a sensational game of basketball here at John Cain Arena. They trailed by 10 at quarter time. They trailed at half time, but then a big second half onslaught from South East Melbourne Phoenix. See them with their best win of the season, and they go to 6-8, and they are 4 out of 6 under Josh King. It was a great team performance. They all shared the load, but the story really, Liam Santa Maria, was the young man Owen Foxwell. You mentioned he's out of contract. A good time for him to play the best game of his young career. 22 points on 9 of 16, 7 assists, 6 rebounds. He was excellent.
Well, you always want to spark off your bench. And when they got down 13-2 in the early going, Foxwell, amongst some others, came in and provided that spark, and he just kept it going. 22, 6, and 7. And that only tells half the story. These are his offensive clips. He was tremendous at the offensive end, but the work at the defensive end was excellent as well, including down the stretch on some big plays against Tyler Harvey.
And you know what? It was the timing for him coming in. Nathan Sobey wasn't playing great. Derek Walton Jr. wasn't playing great. He came in, gave them that spark, and did fantastic.
Well, don't go anywhere. There is more basketball to come. Another game. Adelaide taking on the Tassie Jack Jumpers from the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Hope you've enjoyed our company. We've enjoyed this contest.
Bunnings Warehouse.